this country, but also to the nuns and to the women religious of this country. Having been in Congress when health care reform was passed, and I always used to say that, you know, for 100 years, Democrats and Republicans attempted to do health care reform to miserable failure. And it was finally passed. It wasn't a finish, it was a start.
Yeah.
And it's life's work. But the women religious in America, they didn't only support health care, they saved it. And today, 20 million people more have health insurance that didn't have it. Insurance companies can no longer deny people coverage if they have a kid who's stuck with childhood cancer. It's the law that they can't do that. So it was a monumental undertaking, and it was extraordinarily effective that the sisters came out so aggressively, so courageously, in the face of opposition. The United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. And I know that the work that you do is often frustrating because you don't see an immediate result. But I will tell you something, having been at the epicenter of that debate, of that cause, that the sisters saved healthcare. So that's a great. Let me also say this, I had the unique opportunity to serve with extraordinary people in the United States Congress. One is John Lewis.
Yes, absolutely.
John Lewis is an authentic American hero.
Yes.
2.5 years ago, I had an opportunity to go to Selma, Alabama, with Faith and Politics Institute, to do the ceremonial walk over the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And as you know, over 50 years ago, John Lewis walked over, led a civil rights march. They were supposed to go from Selma to Montgomery. And there were 138 Alabama state troopers waiting for him with baseball bats and billy clubs, and they broke his skull. So I took my daughter with me, and we're standing on the bridge, and we're about to start the walk, and John Lewis grabs my daughter Maeve, and he says, Maeve, I want you to walk with me. He said 48 years ago, nobody wanted to walk with me. Now everybody does. But here's a story that you don't know about John Lewis. In 1951, he was 11 years old. He grew up in Troy, Alabama on a chicken farm. He was the second youngest of 10 kids. And he said he always wanted to be a preacher. And he used to preach to the chickens. And when one would die, he would do a burial service. That 1951, John Lewis came to stay with relatives from Troy, Alabama to Buffalo, New York. And his mother, 3 days prior to their leaving, had to bake all kinds of baked goods and chicken, which they would take with them to Buffalo because stopping at a restaurant along the way wasn't an option for them. But John Lewis told me a couple of weeks ago, it's when he came in for the summer of 1951, he saw black men and white men working together in the steel mills. He saw black men and white men working together at General Mills. And that's when he believed that desegregation in the South was possible. Right here in Buffalo, New York. So, extraordinary.
Seeds of hope.
Yeah.
Seeds of hope.